I don't know what's going to happen in the world over the next month or 2 months, but I do know that the nuclear brinkmanship that the world is on right now by Russia, the United States, and by NATO is very worrisome. And we should all be questioning our leaders as to why nobody is standing up and saying, hey, this is getting beyond insanity because we're talking about nuclear weapons and we need to pull back. Nobody's doing that. They are getting closer and closer and closer to nuclear war. So we know that nuclear weapons are being repositioned by Russia, by NATO, by the United States. And we know that Ukraine is not going to surrender. And we know that the weapons that the West is supplying to Ukraine is having quite a toll on Russia. And Russia is being backed into a corner once again. So this isn't about who you support, whether it be Ukraine or Russia. This is about nuclear war. And, nobody is willing to, especially at the United Nations. There's been no emergency meeting over nuclear weapons. So it appears to me that this is by design. We should all be worried that our government leaders here in the West, United States, Europe, are not warning their people, not to the level that Russia is warning their people. Russia has told their population that the probability of nuclear warfare is very real. All right. So imagine if our president told us that. What do you think we would do? We would stock up, we would prepare. And I'm quite sure that's what Russian citizens are doing. Okay? They're being warned. We're not being warned. And there's a reason why we're not being warned. They do not want panic. They do not want massive buying, right? So they would rather not say anything to keep the economy stable than to tell you the truth about what could happen. And that is the reality of nuclear warfare. So that is the state of the world that we are living in today. Nothing we can do to change it. But this message is for people that prep. You want your family to be safe. You've been buying food and medical supplies, and you have a bug out plan. All of that is good and healthy. But when it does happen, and I believe that it will, do not allow it to distract you. Do not allow it to bum you out. Because number one, there's nothing you can do as a person, as an individual, to stop that or what is inevitable, right? But what you can do is take your energy and be that alpha prepper for your family, for your loved ones, for your friends. And that is where your focus has to be. So if you turn the radio on or you get that emergency alert on a text that a nuclear weapon has been detonated, that should be cause of action for a self-assessment and to put your plans into effect, right? But do not allow it to frighten you. I served on several carriers in the Navy, and every time we were on deployment, we were a legitimate target. That is what the conventional forces are for. Before you go nuclear, you wipe out the conventional assets. So when we were on deployment near Libya and Iran, we knew in the back of our minds that we were a target, and what a target we were. All those aircraft and a flat top, that's a $4 billion prize that, although they might not sink it, they could certainly put it out of commission. So that never happened, right? But it could have. But we never for 1 minute thought about it. We just did our job with a smile on our face, right? So that is the message that I have for you, fellow prepper, is just do your job, go about your business, with a smile, and whatever happens will happen, but your plan should be your focus, and as well as your family, your friends, and keeping everybody on track if the world goes south. So, a good time to pray for our planet. This is the Cold War sailor out